Hi there and welcome back to the channel. If a song doesn't gain much attention upon its initial release and is later overshadowed by a more successful cover version, many people may not realise it until they've heard the original. So here are 20 hits from the 1960s, which are covers of earlier songs. The first track we look at is by the Hollies with He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother.
He's my brother.
It was a massive international hit for the Hollies in 1969, but earlier that year, Kelly Gordon released the original version.
He's my brother.
Next, we are going to have a look at a couple of songs made famous by old Blue Eyes himself, Frank Sinatra. We will start with Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars.
The song was originally recorded by Kay Ballard in 1954 and was originally titled In Other Words.
Fly me to the moon and let me play
Another big Frank Sinatra hit was a 1967 French song once translated to English called As Usual by Claude Francois.
Comme d'habitude.
Paul Anka rewrote the original French song for Sinatra, subtly altering the melodic structure and changing the lyrical theme. Sinatra's version was released in 1969.
I did it my way.
Next up are the Rolling Stones. They had a massive hit in 1964 with a song written by Womack and Womack called It's All Over Now.
because I used to love her, but it's all over now.
But the track was originally recorded in early 1964 by an American family R&B group from Cleveland, Ohio, called the Valentinos.
Because I used to love her, but it's all over now.
One of the biggest American bands from the 60s was the Beach Boys. They had a massive international hit with Barbara Ann in 1965. But this was a cover of a doo-wop song by the Regents in 1961. This version was featured in the movie American Graffiti in 1972. The British R&B beat and pop band Manfred Mann released a record called Do-Wah Diddy Diddy in 1964, which was a hit on both sides of the Atlantic.
There she was, just walking down the street singing.
But this was a cover version of a song by the American vocal group The Exciters from 1963. Their version was called Do-Wah Diddy.
There he was, just walking down the street singing.
Another classic from the 60s was released by the Moody Blues in November 1964, titled Go Now.
Since you gotta go, oh, you better go now. Go now.
At the time the single was released, it was being promoted on television as one of the first purpose-made promotional films in the pop era. The original version was recorded by New Yorker Bessie Banks in January 1964.
And since you gotta go, oh, you had better go now.
The Beatles included various cover versions on their debut album Please Please Me. To bulk out the content, one of the songs was Twist and Shout.
Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby now. Come on, baby.
This track was made popular by the Isley Brothers when it reached the top 20 on the US Billboard Hot 100 Singles Chart in 1962. But the original song was released in 1961 by the Top Notes, an American R&B vocal group. Another Beatles cover was Till There Was You, which was released on the Beatles' second album, With the Beatles.
No, I never heard them at all till there was you.
But Till There Was You is a show tune written by Meredith Willson, popularised by his 1957 stage production, The Music Man, and its 1962 movie musical adaptation.
No, I never heard them at all till there was you.
In 1962, American rhythm and blues singer Chris Kenna released Land of 1000 Dances.
Got to know how to burn it. Like burn
The song is famous for its na 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 hook, which Cannibal and the Headhunters added in their 1965 version.
I said na 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 na.
But it wasn't made famous until 1966, when Wilson Pickett had a major international hit with the song. In 1965, the Animals had a transatlantic hit with the song Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood.
Oh, whose intentions are good. Oh, Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
But the song was originally recorded by the American singer-songwriter and pianist Nina Simone in 1964 for her album Broadway Blues Ballads.
Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
The next song we are looking at is called Silhouettes, a minor hit in 1957 by the New York doo-wop group The Rays.
Took a walking past your house late last night.
Manchester band Herman's Hermits recorded the song in 1965 after hearing it on American Armed Forces radio, and it became a hit on both sides of the Atlantic.
Took a walking past your house late last night. All the shades were pulled and drawn.
Elvis Presley's last US Billboard #1 single was Suspicious Minds, a 1968 song written and first recorded by the American songwriter Mark James.
We can't go on together with suspicious minds.
After this recording failed commercially, it was recorded by Elvis Presley in 1969 and was a massive international hit.
We can't go on together with suspicious minds.
Next song is called Help Yourself, recorded by Welsh singer Tom Jones in 1968.
Help yourself to my lips, to my arms. Just say the word and they are yours.
Help Yourself is a reworked English language version of the Italian song called My Eyes, which was released by Dino earlier in 1968.
Dimmi perché, ma perché negli occhi miei non guardi mai.
We now come to a classic song which inspired a dance craze, The Twist, by Chubby Checker, which was released in June 1960.
Come on, baby, let's do the twist.
But in 1958, Hank Ballard and the Midnighters released the song as the B-side of their 1958 hit, Teardrops on Your Letter.
Come on, baby, let's do the twist.
An Another song which was from the 50s was a song called Just Make Love to Me by Muddy Waters, released in 1954.
Just want to make
The song became popular in the 60s when Etta James covered the track for her debut album, At Last, and was retitled I Just Want to Make Love to You.
Just wanna make love to you, love to you.
The Rolling Stones also covered the track in 1964 on their debut album titled The Rolling Stones.
I just wanna make love to you, baby. Love to you, baby.
We now take a look at a song called Louie Louie, which was released by the American rock band The Kingsmen in 1963. But the original version was a rhythm and blues song, which was released in 1957 by Richard Berry and the Pharaohs. In 1968, Stevie Wonder released the song For Once in My Life. The song would become the most covered song in the Motown catalogue.
For once in my life, I have someone who needs me, someone I've needed so.
But the original version was sung by African-American jazz R&B singer Jean Duchon in 1966.
Once in my life, I have someone who needs me.
We now turn to a song called Ring of Fire, a song popularised by Johnny Cash, which was released in 1963.
And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
The song was written by Cash's second wife, June Carter, and Merrill Kilgore, and was called Love's Ring of Fire, which was recorded by June's sister, Anita Carter, in 1962.
And it burns, 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 the ring of fire.
We started with the Hollies, so let's finish with the Hollies. Just One Look was a hit for the band in 1964.
Just one look, and I felt so
But again, this was a cover of a song by American R&B singer Doris Troy, which was released the previous year.
Just one look, and I felt so hot.
Doris Troy's version was also featured in a 1991 Pepsi commercial starring Cindy Crawford.
I found out how good it feels.
That's it for this wee look back at covers from the 60s. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, share and comment on the video. It is very much appreciated. See you next time. Bye for now.